Good morning students. Welcome to the part 5 of the normal distribution in the last video in the series of normal distribution, and here we will discuss some real life example. So let me take you one example where we have all seen in our real life. An example is here that a radar unit is used to measure the speed of cars on Yamuna Express Highway. The speedways or the speeds are normally distributed with a mean of 90 km per hour and a standard deviation of 10 km per hour. Now we need to find out what is the probability that a car picked at random is traveling at more than 100 km per hour. Right? This is what the question. And these days if you travel on Delhi or some metro cities, you will find many cameras installed here and there to measure the speed of the car, and you will get the challan also, right? So how these things are doing and how the normal distributions are helping in it, that's the question. So let's try to identify the parameters for the normal distributions whatever is available. Here one value, that is mean 90. So mu is given to me as 90. Then there is a standard deviation. That means if you are running your car at 100, if the limit is 90 and if you are running at 100, no problem. So standard deviation sigma is 10. It is allowed, right? Plus minus 10 is okay now. And similarly, we need to find out the values when the car is selected randomly and it is traveling more than 100 km per hour speed. So that is what x. So suppose x is 100 and we need to find out probability of x greater than 100, right? So as we have done in the last classes and last videos, so we need to convert this x, which is a normal variate, into the standard variate. So to convert this x into z, we have the formula z equals to x minus mu upon sigma, right? So if you can do in this way, you will find z is equals to x, that is 100, minus mu is given to me 90, divided by the standard deviation, that is 10. So you are getting z equals to 1, and we need to find p of x greater than 100. That has been translated into p of z greater than 1, right? So moving to the solution, and here we have seen that this many values are given to me and we need to find out the probabilities of z greater than 1 or probability of x greater than 100. So this is what the translation, probability of z greater than 1, right? So let's identify and draw a line. Say this is what 1. Here we could have minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Here we could have 1, 2, 3 and all. Here we could have minus 3 and up to minus infinity. This is what the x, and here we have plus infinity. This is what the x-axis we have, and this is what the trace of the f of x, right? What we need the area where z greater than 1, right? So z greater than 1, that means we are interested in this area. Alright? So can we write down this one? And as we know that this entire part ranging from this point to entire side is equals to what? It is equals to 0.5, right? So this is what 0.5. Then can we write like this? The probability of z 0 to infinity minus probability of z 0 to 1, right? So if you do like this, you will get this one. This is 0.5, and this value we need to calculate from the normal distribution table. So let's move to the table. In the last videos, video number 3 and 4, we have already seen how to use the table in very detailed manner. So I'm not going to take much time on it. So this is what z equals to 1.0, and this is the value of the corresponding, that is what 0.3413, right? So 0.3413 will substitute it here. Okay, so 0.5 minus 0.3413, this is 0.3413, right? A subtraction of this will give the final answer, right? So this is what 0.5 minus 0.3413, that is what 0.1587, right? And 0.1587 is the ratio, and in the percentage we can say that this is what 15.87%. This is what 15.87% probability that if a car picked at random will have or the speed more than 100. Alright. So now moving to the next example, let's take another example like a sample bed of 100 battery cells tested to find the length of a life produced the following result. You understand this question? After getting out from the Yamuna Expressway, let's move to the another real life example, that is what the life of battery cells. So 100 battery cells has been experimented before giving any kind of guarantee or warranty. This kind of quality checks are done at the manufacturing units, right? So 100 battery cells has been tested and they have a kind of result, that is what is the mean life or what is the average life. So mean was given to me as 12, standard deviation is given to me as 3, so sigma equals to 3. So in that way we can find out the standardized normal variate for the various values of x or the values of interest. So here you can see that for the first question we are interested that how many batteries or what are the probabilities that the batteries could run more than 15 hours and batteries could run less than 6 hours. Answers are also displayed here, but let me show you how to solve it. For the first question, z equals to x, that is 15, minus 12 upon standard deviation, that is 3. So you will find 1. So for the first question we are interested to find x greater than 15, probability of x greater than 15. So that is what probability of z greater than 1, right? And it is now similar to the previous question. Probability of z greater than 1 we have just solved, that is nothing but probability of z lies between 0 to infinity minus probability of z lies between 0 to 1, right? So it comes around 0.5 minus, as we did in the previous one, 15.87. so same question is there, 3413, but with another decorum, right? So you can just put it this value, so 0.5 minus 0.3413, you can solve it like 0.1587, right? So here the question is of interest, what percentage? So the percentage of the life is for 15.87%, right? This is for the first question. Similarly we can do it for the second question as well, right? If you want me to solve, let me show it to you how to find out this one. So for that I need to erase the inks on the slide, so allow me for that. Yeah, so here you can see that for the another value mu and sigma will be the same, right? And we need to find probability of x less than 6, and for that you see we need the value of z. So z is again 6 minus 12 upon 3, that is what, minus 2. So we need what, probability of z less than minus 2, right? For that we need the value of what? We need the value of, can we write minus infinity to z to 0 minus probability of minus 2 to z to 0, And my dear student, as you know that for the probability distribution, this value, that is -2 to 0, will be similar to probability of 0 to z to 2. And why we are converting it? Because in our normal distribution table only, you will not find the value from -2 to 0, right? You can find from 0 to 2 only. So this value is minus 0.5, right? And we need this. Why I am saying that this will be minus? You can trace it using any rough sketch of a normal curve, and here you can see that suppose this is what -1, this is what -2, right? So we are interested in the part where the shaded region is here. So the shaded region, that means we are interested for this part, that is -2, right? So we know that this part is 0.5, entire one, and we can find out this part using the table, right? So we are subtracting like this. So 0.5 minus which value? So 0 to z to 2. Let me quickly go back to the table to find out the value. So 0 to 2. So here you can see that the values are like this, and table values are given 4772, right? So 4772. So 4772 is the value for 0 to 2, right? Let me write down here. So 0.4772, right? And which will give me 0.5 minus 0.4772, that is what, 0.0228. And on solving this in terms of percentage, we'll get that a sample of 100 dry battery, so the average life for less than 6 hours will be less, that is only 2.28% batteries are having less than 6 hours life, right? This is one another example, and this is the table. And one more question for practice for you. Please try the question at your own and write down the results in the comment box, right? Similarly, the next question, one more question for you is like this, and it is related to the stock market, where some gain or loss is there for the Apple Corporation, and the data is for 2012 daily returns. So try this question only and write down the answers for the second question also in the comment box. Thank you very much for watching the session, watching the video, and hope you understand the normal distribution very well after watching all these 5 videos. I am very much sure that you can solve any question.